Yo, I'm pumping these videos out like crazy, yo, honestly. Just because I got so much on my mind all the time, but it's not even like I'm racing thoughts or anything like that. It's just like very clear and just like methodical thinking, you know? So take that time, take the opportunity to make a little voice note and just shoot the shit, man. But yeah, tonight I'm going to my church, my local church. I met a lot of people there. I've been going there for about a year now, and people seem to be very nice, you know, as I've gotten to know them. They're good people. They're good people, you know. Everyone is at a different stage in their walk with Christ, and it's amazing to see, honestly, to see the different levels, the different stages of understanding, the energetic new Christians, and just want to soak up everything. It reminds me of me, you know. But I'm still like that. I'm still like that, but I'm more relaxed because I've realized a few things and been blessed a few times, you know, a few different areas along my walk, you know. But this faith thing, man, it's a real special thing to believe, you know. To believe. I don't think animals have that faith. They don't work off of faith. They work off of instincts and patterns and just wiring, you know, wiring, trial and error, that type of stuff. It's very linear for animals, you know, whether it be reptiles, everything like that, dogs, even though we may see that dogs are somewhat intelligent or emotionally present when we're looking at them when they're acting, have their own personalities and stuff like that. But it's the reason why you can train a dog, and you can't necessarily train a human in the same way. I'll get into that. It's like, so for a dog, you could do the Pavlov thing. I'm assuming it's just like a food feeding mechanism. You can be polite, and then it comes and all that stuff, and so the expectation is there, the pattern is there, and that is what we share. My bad. That is what we share with dogs, and even cats sometimes, and all these things, right? But they don't necessarily, I don't think, have the faith function, you know. It's just expectation, you know. And the difference between faith and expectation is like, we can have the faith that God is real and watching. It's all built off a very complex network of ideas, beliefs, and beliefs is faith too. I'm trying not to ramble, but so the difference between expectation and faith is that what we expect, I expect my mother to love me. Already very complex, more complex than an animal. I expect the sun to shine in the morning. For an animal, it just does. You know, it just does. And then their circadian rhythm or whatever wakes them up and makes them active again. Gotta go to the washroom, gotta do this, gotta eat. You know, very linear, very primal, right? But to have faith is, I believe, a uniquely human thing, because it is so dense and complex what we can have faith in, right? I have faith that God wants good things for me. I have faith that I will wake up, period, you know? But expectation, there's just a Venn diagram that needs to be established between faith and expectation. There's similarities and the unique differences. But some of you that are keen enough, you can see it in your head already, where it overlaps and where it differs, faith and expectation. But where I tie in expectation, I did it. And because I associate expectation with something that I deserve. This is me personally. And I've said for the longest time, either to my sisters, to myself, whenever good things may happen or whatever, anything may happen, it makes me very content with my situation, believing, having faith, it's getting confusing, that I don't deserve anything. No, more like an expectation of nothing. You know. So when I say I don't deserve anything, is because it ties into my faith in Jesus, and that makes me humble and grateful to the highest extent, because he's already done these things before I was even thought of, before my father hit puberty, when my father was born, grandfather, everything was already planned out. It's a very ancient understanding of God and his role in protecting us and serving us to the highest degree. Hold up. I'm going to continue this later. Hold on. All right, so boom. So what I've developed in my waiting there was the fact that my lack of expectation and my increased faith is due to a certain level of contentment with where I am, who I am, where I'm at in life, everything like that. And it's not contingent on any other external thing. Basically very internal, like most things that we experience are intrinsic and intangible. But let me try to unpack this more. So faith in something that you have no idea of or can't even comprehend, but you believe to be true, right? So that part of it, the not knowing for sure, is the separation between expectation, because the expectation is because it already happened, or it happens today, or it's happening before your eyes and somebody's telling you something, right? Telling you, I'm going to pick you up tomorrow at 6 p.m. You've built a relationship with this person. You trust this person. You know they're a man of their word, woman of their word, what have you. And that's when you expect, right? And you anticipate on top of that, right? So the anticipation and and it goes with the expectation, right? And once you dead the anticipation for anything other than what is right now, that's when you go into faith in this person, except for instead of expectation for this person. Because when you say you expect something and you don't get it, there is a carnal response of disappointment, right? But when you're truly content with everything and how you are, how things are going, or even not going, you are still faithful in whatever goodness you have cultivated or have learned, or insights you may have, or whatever testimonies you may had in the past of certain things, miraculous things. But you can already tell the trivial nature of an expectation and the ethereal, more complex nature of a faith in something, someone, an event, right? Faith is totally up in the air. It is not a concrete thing. Even at the highest of mystical experiences, you will have the faith, and that is what Jesus is banking on. That's where he makes his makes his plays in the faithful, full of faith. No expectation, no like no expectation, just having faith, relaxing in that faith. You can still be fervent in your internal world and just being like so discontent with the world, and that comes with the detachment from the world, and you just anticipate its end, but you're still highly content and faithful in the promises from the Most High, in the stories, in others' testimonies, and everything like that. You're floating in other people's experiences, and you have faith of that those experiences are universal. You have faith that this thing that they talk about and this person that they talk about is real, for one, which is completely, you can refute it. You can go with your intellect and be like, I haven't seen him, it's not real. There was a long time, I'm sure, not knowing this for a fact, but I'm sure enough that people didn't even have a real concept of history earlier on. Well, you can obviously see that with Adam and Eve. They don't know anything before them, right? They probably thought there was nothing and there was something, like an atheist would, but they understand the God component of that, and they have faith in a God that is good and faithful to them as well, as God being their creator and who manifested them, so really there's not too much to add there, but I'll try to squeeze in a little bit more clarity. So in a recap, so a animal expects. They don't have faith. They go off instinct, pattern, and real live information, timely information, not prophecy. They cannot comprehend that because we cannot communicate with them on their level. But with the human, we have faith in extraordinary things, and we can put our energy towards it, and even therefore not make a dent in it, but because we believe in absolute truth that resides in God, and we just align ourselves with that. Okay, I believe what God says. I believe what my Father says. I believe what my Master says. I believe, So even now, it's become more and more clear to me as I'm speaking that we don't know if animals believe in anything. They just are. They just do. They act. They eat. They kill. They rest. They wake. Very mundane. But as an energetic human being with all these possible qualities that are beneficial to the whole entire world, and the world feels your positive energy and your aura emit from a higher place than just your physical self. Whew. Yeah, shit gets deep, bro. All right, have a good day, y'all, or night, afternoon, whatever. Pray, and prayer doesn't mean get down on your knees and go to Drake clap hands and all this stuff, It don't mean that. You can be doing just what I'm doing, just speaking on God, pondering Him, pondering His essence, pondering His word, to the highest degree of your mental and physical capabilities, energetic capabilities, just going for it all. Go for gold, man. Go for gold. Don't leave anything, no scraps, no bones. Take it all. Like a Nigerian. They be eating the heads off of fishes and all this stuff, eating the eyeball. It's crazy. Nothing against Nigerians. Love you, Craig, my roommate. You be making me laugh because he's a real guy, So, all right.